Hello, 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 my dudes and female dudes and my dudes in between. That Random Geek here, back with episode 5 of my Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. I am so excited to be back. It has been so long since I've even recorded. School has been kicking my butt recently, so I have not had any time to record. And then there's been a lot of family stuff happening as well that's made me unable to record on the weekends because I've had to go home for family emergencies. But I am back finally. Hopefully this will be out somewhat soon after recording. Hopefully, we'll see. But today we have plans to build a few farms that I feel like are so helpful and necessary when you are building in Minecraft, when you're a builder. Number one, we are building an apiary because we have a lot of copper. We use a lot of copper. This house right here is very nasty and it just looks horrendous with the oxidized copper. It like clashes so much with the pink. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like how it looks. And then we also have been starting to use some bamboo as well, and we need some sugarcane just to have it. So we're also going to be creating a bamboo and sugarcane farm, and we're going to be creating a villager breeder because I really want to start getting some enchants and mending books and whatever from some villagers. So that is what I have planned for today. Good night. One thing, however, that I feel like needs to be done, because we kind of need to clean up things a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of boring around the builds. I want to get some bone meal, get some trees, grow some trees and bone meal, some ground as well, and just make this place all prettified. I mean, we have a beautiful nether portal. We have beautiful builds, but the surrounding land is not that pretty. It's very boring and generic. And I realized something that I never included in my build for this barn is I forgot to add stairs on the insides, which is a must-have. There we go. Oh wow, that looks so much better than before. Oh yeah, that is exactly what this was missing. I really felt like it was missing something, but I just couldn't put my finger to what was missing. Time to go to bed again. Wow, I'm just burning through the days right now. So I already have an idea of where I want to put every build. So I kind of placed down the schematics because I am going to use Lightmatica again. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. I should change those key binds, to be honest. So with the apiary, I was thinking that it could go right here, kind of right along the street edge, because there's plenty of space, and I figured it made sense with the gardens, the farms right behind it, that it would be good to have the apiary right there. So it's like the bees are able to go into the land. And then up here, I have the bamboo and sugarcane farm. As you can see, it is a little tall, so I will be having to do some minor terraforming. I don't know if it's minor. I feel like it's a lot of terraforming, but I'll have to do some terraforming along the edge just so that it's not, obviously hanging from nothing. And then finally, over here is where we will put our lovely villager breeder / curer. I feel like, again, it's a pretty good location. We'll have to cut back the land a little bit just to make it so there's a nice little path here. And I'm also thinking that we should maybe spruce up our mine entrance over there at least a little bit. I'm not sure how much we'll be doing, but I think we should definitely start on that because it's kind of ugly if you think about it. But yeah, that's what I got planned. So I think that before we do anything else, before we decide to start building and sprucing up the space, we kind of need some bone meal, and we don't really have any bone meal to spare or bones to spare. So I think that we should harvest our lovely gardens and get some bone mealing done, and also plant another field. Just add to the field of crops. I think it also would be nice to keep this flat land open to make a little farmhouse in the future. Not right now in this episode, but perhaps in the future, just a tiny cute little farmhouse. Maybe someone's manning all the crops. So I think we're going to plant a bit of a tiny field. And I also want to consider where the river I want to form is going to go. So I think the river is going to like continue on this way. Along here some. So I'm thinking that we'll be safe to plant maybe another field over in this area. Like this little sliver of land. That's so there's some space between the different fields for like walking or adding cute little details, but then it'll still be nice full fields. And if we want later, we can add in more field, maybe more potatoes over here. But that sounds like a good plan and course of action. So I think I'm going to get some materials. We'll do a wheat field because we don't have a wheat field yet, and we could use a wheat field. Now that we have planted, once again, another field, I'm not going to pretty it up yet. I'm going to wait till later to pretty it up because I do want to move on to some of our other projects for this video. But this will do for now. And I say we should finish harvesting the rest of this field just so that we can start growing ourselves some bone meal, to be honest. Getting ourselves some bone meal. As pretty as the mixed gardens are in Minecraft, they are a pain in the butt to harvest. A ton of different yummy crops, some of which I don't think we'll ever really even use, or at least not right now. I feel like we don't need them, so here we are. We got 2 composters going so that we can get plenty of bone meal from all of our lovely crops. So we're going to let these 2 things run for a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to put away the rest of my goodies. I think we need to make some smokers for all these potatoes so we can cook them up into one of my favorite meals in-game. And honestly, I feel like in real life too, which is baked potatoes. Delicious baked potatoes. Maybe the rest of these potatoes we can put in the compost because that is a lot of potatoes. I feel like we really don't need any more. But maybe we can put these other 2 smokers in my room. Maybe it's like a foot warmer or something. I don't know. We'll just put those there for now. And oops. Then, you know, let's just put these in here and then we'll have extra potatoes just in case we need them. You can never have too many potatoes, my friends. Now that we have gone through all of our fields and harvested and made a new field and added these detailed bits to our barn that it desperately needed, and got ourselves some bone meal, which we need to actually pick up, I say we need to start gathering some resources for our builds. Now for a bit of tricky business, we actually have to turn all of this dirt into packed mud. It's one of the few things that I don't have an easy method for yet. In the future, I'd like to have an easy method for it, but for now, I think so that they don't turn into grass blocks, we're just going to use this floor and just completely fill the floor with dirt, and then we'll pick it all up as packed mud. I think that the next most challenging thing for me, which is probably going to be the most challenging, is to get enough glass, because I want to make white concrete powder, and I need a lot, and I mean a lot of white stained glass. Unfortunately, because of how much sand we need, I think we need about 6 stacks. I don't think that this shovel is going to, I'm not sure if this shovel will be enough, so I'm going to make, wrong thing. I am going to make a second diamond shovel and enchant it, because I do have 30 levels right now. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second shovel anyway, because I have a second of everything else that, you know, I'm running low on. So yeah, let's do a quick little stop there. But I also am going to make a new shield. Unbreaking 3, and that's really all we got. I guess that'll have to do because I don't have enough levels to re-enchant it. I'd rather it be unbreaking than efficiency though, because sand already mines pretty fast. So it won't be the end of the world, even though it is unfortunate. I say maybe instead of trying to find, or not find, but instead of trying to go back to that desert, which is like, according to my coordinates, I think it's like 4,000 blocks or 5,000 blocks away. Let's just kind of explore and go around and find some sand and see if we can get enough sand without having to go super duper far away, because I really don't want to go super duper far away, but I also don't want to mine things like right here because obviously it's our own area. I don't want to destroy it. This tiny little island will be perfect for all of our sand collecting. Whoa, a fully intact shipwreck? That's so dope. Wow, that is stunning. Absolutely stunning view. Beautiful. Again, look how beautiful this is. And also, that savannah is way closer than the savannah that we were at. So I'm gonna write that down, to be honest. Like, that's gonna be nice to have. Not to mention the landscaping over here is absolutely stunning. Should be right about here. Ah! Right there. Ooh, lots of goodies. And I think this is a flower forest. This is amazing. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow, it's a small one, but it's still really pretty with lots of flowers. Is that another pirate ship? Hi, turtle. This is turning into like a mini adventure. Oh, and there's more flower forest over there. So it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. But we're gonna go to the sunken ship and then we gotta head back to base because I got extra sand. I got more than needed because I figured it's better to have extra so we don't have to go back for a hot minute. But we definitely gotta go to this other sunken ship, and I don't think we have sunflowers, so we're gonna get some sunflowers as well. because I am always in need of sunflowers. Really any flower, to be honest. And there's so many turtles over here. Wow. Wow, we gotta explore this way more in another episode. Is that a portal? I can't tell. Ah, we're gonna drown! Ah! That is another portal. We'll have to go over to it real quickly. Ooh, another treasure map. I thought it was gonna be the same one. Who is cutting onions? Ooh, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Wait. That's so pretty. I'm gonna write these chords down again. Really pretty river. Who knew Minecraft terrain could be so beautiful? I mean, I knew. Oh, gold block. Nice. Alrighty, it is officially time to go back to our base because we totally got sidetracked. And we really just don't have the time to get sidetracked, to be honest. Because of all the stuff that I wanted to get done in today's video. But it is what it is, and it was kind of a nice break from all the resource gathering I've been doing, so I'll take it. Wow, I was finishing filling in these two maps. I think they might be like right next to each other or like pretty darn close to it. Cause, I mean, look at that. Look at that. I think they're for the same exact section. Or if not, I'm greatly fooled. But I gotta put them next to each other at some point and figure it out if that's true or not. Cause that's cool if that's true. Alright, now it's really time to go home. We're almost home! Yay! Let's go to bed real quickly. Yeah, we didn't have to travel too far to find the cool sites that we found. Only about 1,000 to 2,000 blocks away. And by boat, that's really not long at all. Okay, but we got to grab the stuff that we want right now. I think that in this episode alone, I've killed at least 7 of those silly little pillagers. What are they even doing? Why are they bothering? Don't they know they are going to get killed? I'm going to murder every single one of them. Hello, sir. Why are you trying to come into my home? What do you have to trade? As you can tell, I got a resource pack, whatever it's called, where I can get mini blocks, even though for some reason they're a little glitching up. So as you can see, there's all these cute little micro blocks that you can get. I think I'm gonna have to pass on getting micro blocks this time, but in the future I wouldn't mind. Does he have anything else? Oh, moss. Okay. This may seem kind of crazy to spend my emeralds, my very few emeralds I have on this, but I'm kind of desperate for moss. Because bone meal is expensive. Oh. This is strange. Somehow I got a wandering trader head. I don't know how that happened, but it did. All of our resources are gathered, but there is one thing we need to do before we can actually get started on our builds, and that is removing a lot more trees. So I'm going to do that real quickly, and I will be right back when that's done. Now, an issue with one of the homes or one of the buildings that I have planned is that it is on this hill, and obviously this hill is not enough space for an entire building. So, oops, I did not mean to do that, but we kind of have to create a bit of a platform that will fit this whole thing, which, I mean, I absolutely adore how this looks. Like, it's gonna look so good, but we definitely need to add some space for movement, for, like, you know, being able to walk around, because currently we just go straight through it. And that is not ideal. So what I'm going to do is essentially, this is not going to be the final look by any means, but every few blocks or so, I think I'm going to just put some pillars up and then make a flat surface. And I think we might have it actually like kind of curve all the way over here maybe, because I think that'll just be a lot smoother of a transition to kind of have it, you know, more, I guess, rounded. And it'll kind of slope around here, I think, kind of make it go along with the natural landscape of this area. And probably not in this episode, but in another episode, I would definitely love to kind of just shape this out really nicely and add some detail bits that need to be added as well. I also think we need to throw back the land just a tad over here, just so it's plenty of space for building. Yeah, I think that works out just fine. And then we can kind of make it a bit of a path that kind of goes down, maybe some stairs, or winds over the bridge or over the water a little bit. Make it nice and make it look natural, because it doesn't look very natural right now. I'm also going to double dirt everything. I always like to double dirt just in case I were to fall. So at least in the parts that, you know, are kind of, you know, deep, I want to double dirt it, and maybe double dirt the edges as well. Or triple dirt. A few can be triple dirted. It doesn't matter too much. Light as a feather. Gotta love it. Now where is that lead I lost? I noticed some of my llamas were all the way up here, so I found them and brought them here, but I lost a lead in the process. And I almost died to powdered snow, so I put on some boots. I actually haven't been up here yet, like this up high, because I didn't have boots. Oh, it's so tiny from up here. Oh my gosh. But after this video's over, it's not going to be so tiny anymore. I swear there was a mountain goat around here. Oh gosh, you scared me, sir. I wonder if I can get him to charge at me. Charge at me, please. Yeah. You have permission. Just please don't charge me off of the mountain. Hi. And charge at me right here. There's another one. Oh gosh, there's a skeleton. Ah! No! Ah! No! Oh gosh, I forgot. I need that. Ah. No! No! No, I'm so sorry! That was so sad. Oh, it's my fault. Oh, what a sad day. That's really depressing. At least there seem to be more goats on here so we can at least breed them later. It was so sad. I tried saving him. I just wasn't fast enough. I have to add him to the graveyard list. Now that all of that stuff is aside, I think that we should get into our very first build. And I'm thinking for our first build, we should build up the apiary. So, insert a little speed through here. For the apiary, I decided to keep it a very simple design with a cherry wood, deep slate brick, and moss base. And then I added some dark oak and unstripped spruce logs for that kind of darker look to it, and then just glass and some detailed cherry trapdoors as well. And then I made the roof primarily oh my gosh, I cannot speak, primarily glass as well, just because I wanted it to be very airy and fresh, almost like a greenhouse vibe, especially with all the flowers inside, and of course some dark oak detailing. And then for the other build, I decided to go with a lot of stone, again including the dark oak, except this time I used stripped spruce as well, and I also threw in a little bit of color with the granite, and kind of going back to the original build, the starter home with that white and gray color palette as well. And then for the upstairs, I just wanted it to be like a storage room, and I used some packed mud just to change it up a little bit, but still fitting in with the rest of the theme. And last but not least, for the roof, I just used some deep slate and a spruce trim for the little tower, which I absolutely love. A dark oak trim, as well as some of that cherry wood, just like our starter house as well. I love how it turned out. I think it's so cute. Now we have built our lovely apiary, which has all sorts of little bees in there. It is not automatic, but in the future, I want to put an automatic farm underneath. I just didn't have time in this episode or the resources. And then we have built this lovely villager breeder / zombie curing station, and the interior, oh, I still have the schematics on. Oops. And the interior is done as well, but there's no villagers and there's no zombie in here yet. But it does look pretty nice. And then here is the upstairs, just like some storage. I haven't added books, I don't have them right now. And then you can also view the villagers from up here and feed them from up here and everything. But it's looking good. However, there is still one build that we need to complete before we can end this episode, and that is our bamboo and sugarcane farm up on the hill. But while we're at it, we can get rid of this chest because now we're down to a chest and a half. Or not even that, it's like less than. So let's do one more little time lapse. Finally, for our last build of the video, I used some deep slate as well as some stone just to kind of make this place look a little bit more aged with different variants of it. And I also love to include the cherry wood and little pops of granite, as well as some jungle wood, which I thought would be a nice change of pace, and dark oak, just for that, you know, tying it in with the rest. And then I used spruce at the top that was stripped, and I just think it looks so good. And for the roof, I adore the roof as well. I just used a ton of earthy tones. I'm trying to use a lot of colors for the roof. So we have the cherry for some of them and then the greens for the others. And we'll see. Maybe I'll do more. But I just love how this one turned out as well. Now that we are done building our final build, which was the bamboo farm and the sugarcane farm, I think I want to show y'all around. But just so you know, I cannot talk. Just so you know, when I was off camera a little bit, I was showing my boyfriend all the builds because he hasn't been able to see them because he's been on deployment, but he's back. So I was showing him everything, and I got some more pillagers over by the villager breeder, and they almost killed 2 of my newly acquired llamas. They killed one of them because they got in the boat with my llama, and I am very sad. So now we have to create a gravesite in the future for our llama because it was killed by a pillager. Very sad times. Technically I killed it, but it was because of the pillager. I was trying to kill the pillager and I killed it instead. Anyway, this is what the outside of the final build looks like. Aside from the obvious, like, you know, drop under here, I love how it's turned out. I love all the details, the shape. Love how we have some bamboo that's the same height here. Love this ginormous chimney as well. And then I should really add a stairs here, but I don't think I have any. On the inside here, oh, it just went off. It just fired. We have our sugar cane. I don't know how much it's actually going to produce. I feel like it's not going to produce a crazy ton, especially if I'm not around it, building in it, but hopefully it'll produce more than the little amount that it shows here. I figured there would be more than just 55 sugarcane, but maybe we just need to give it some more time. But then we have our lovely bamboo. Some of it does get caught, as you can see, along the bamboo patches, but look at all this bamboo that we have already. This is glorious. But it's, again, very much not decorated. And then we go upstairs and we have this lovely open room, which honestly could be a good place to put our maps for now. But make sure you leave a comment down below on what you think I should do with this room because it is very empty. Something also in the last video, I got a comment from Moonlight_Gaming88 who asked for the world seed. Even though it was shared in the first episode, I will share it here as well. So there is the seed, and I will also try to copy it down and put it in the description so you can copy it super easily. Anyway, now that I've showed you everything, we can... Oh, it's dark, so we should probably go to bed, but she's hard at work. As this lovely video comes to an end, we have reached 324 days, which I'm so happy. It's so good. I know it's not hardcore, so of course we made it to this long. However, I just want to say I love what we've done with this world so far, and I can't wait to do more with this world in the future. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not subscribed already. And I, again, do apologize for me not uploading sooner. Life has just been crazy, and then even though I had a whole month off from school, my timing hasn't been any simpler. I haven't had any more time. I've been just as busy with all the Christmas family stuff and then doing chores around the house, visiting my boyfriend in Florida when he got back from deployment, all these sorts of things. So I really just haven't had much time to actually put out this video, edit and record it all, but it is finally done, and I'm so excited to finally just put it out there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends!